Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. If you all remember, majority of the videos that I have brought here about people that are crying on the streets, saying that they can't afford food, they can't afford gas, life is hard for them, things are going wild, and all that. Majority, mostly white women. That does not mean that my community is not having a hard time. They are also having a hard time, but they knew all these things were going to happen, so they are kind of prepared, right? But now I am seeing video of a white woman saying, if you are not okay with this man being the president, you should move to another country. Who the hell are you to come out and say that? Like, it is your country, it is your world. You guys own it. You and I know that they've been doing this thing for a while. Like, they make it feel like it is their world. Like, it is for white people. Like Stephen Miller said, it is for white people. So any other person do not have any right to speak on what it's going on and all that, because it's their world. Who the hell are you? Black people will talk, they will speak. White women that supported this administration and supported their racist husbands, you all are also the problem. But with all these things going on, I still see people crying more than any other person. And I see some of you saying, does it mean that black people are not experiencing all this things, or does it mean that black people are not having hard time and or the rest of it? You guys are surprised that they are not complaining or they are not screaming like you are screaming. They knew all these things were going to happen. Let's get into this.
If you don't like President Trump, then you should move. I'm sure the illegals will give you a ride on their plane. I'm so sick of hearing everybody talking trash about Trump and they don't even know what's going on. So it's real easy. Just pack your bags and move.
I don't know, something just doesn't sit right with me about the whole when the little Republicans, or I don't really care what your affiliation is, if you have this mentality that, oh, if you don't like Donald Trump, if you don't like policies, then leave. Like, I don't know why you're just here complaining. I'm always thinking in my brain, like, well, why didn't you leave when Biden was president? Why didn't you leave when Obama was president? You hated them for a very long time. They were president for a long time. Why didn't you pack up and leave if you didn't like the policy so much and you loved Trump so much and you wanted someone like that the whole time? Or are you just entitled and you think that America belongs to only white people, even though black people and minorities have been here for centuries?
Once I realized that it does not matter how much Trump hurts his supporters, they will still support him because he hurts the people they don't like. That's it. He hurts people they don't like. And then they'll stick by him because that's the most important thing to them. Stick with me here. If you support Gavin Newsom and you want him to be president, you really have to think, do you only like him because he hates Republicans? Do you support how he treats homeless people? Do you support how he treats trans people? Or do you not care because he hurts people you don't like? And that's really how we got here. That's really how we got here. People were more interested in hurting people that they didn't like than they cared about benefiting themselves. Do you really want to go there again? Because I don't. It's going to keep happening. We're going to keep having these autocratic leaders, these charismatic men, rising up and exploiting people's fears and hatred for people that they don't like.
If you don't like President Trump, then you should move.
No. No. Fuck no. I'm not going anywhere. See what I'm saying? No. I'm not going anywhere. I can criticize that orange motherfucker all the fuck I want. Because he's not God, he's not a king, and he's not my Lord and Savior. He's my fucking employee. The money that goes out of my pocket in taxes pays for that orange bastard's fucking lifestyle in the White House, the Air Force One and the fuel, the Secret Service agents, for the whole family living in my house, because the White House belongs to the people. The microphones he talks under and talks in front of, I paid for those. The staff that he has waiting on him hand and foot, I paid for those. The Diet Coke button that he put on the Resolute desk so that his ass can drink Diet Coke, I paid for the Coke, I paid for the desk, and I paid for the button. No. Fuck no. I'm not going anywhere. And follow up, there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do to me. I can criticize him however much I fucking want to. A, he's an employee. B, the First Amendment. And C, I'm a citizen. Born here, raised here, married here, had kids here. I don't even have to get into my service to this place. See, y'all want God on earth and you think Trump is it. That is your right to do so. But it's also my right to say, fuck him. Eyebrows, stiff jank, covered in fuck you sauce, right in the middle of his forehead. There is absolutely nothing you can do to me for saying that. Fuck him. He shits in a diaper. Fuck he gonna do to me? You talking about illegals in planes? Why don't you take your plain ass home? Instead of getting on the internet saying this shit. Fuck him. Every day and twice on Sunday. You can worship him like Jesus Christ. I can tell him to go fuck himself. And the beauty of both is that the First Amendment covers both of them. I have a right to criticize my government without my government saying a goddamn thing to me. I can say Donald Trump is currently in a marriage that his wife is doing things to her Secret Service agents. What can he do to me? Arrest me? No. No. Because I can then sue him for defamation. And then he would have to prove that his wife is not having sex with her Secret Service agents. And then they would bust out with the First Amendment, which is my right to say that his wife is currently banging one of her Secret Service agents. You can get mad. Yeah, don't talk about Daddy Trump. Fuck him. Hard fuck him. Hard fuck him. Oh, hard fuck him. And the fact that you think that this is a flex, if you don't like Donald Trump, you can leave. Fuck you. I'm not going anywhere. Did my house. Did my house. That's my goddamn employee. I don't work for him, nor do I worship him. I don't worship any politician. They are all my goddamn employees. And the moment they took the job that I helped them to get, or tried to help them not to get, the moment they took that job, they became my fucking employees. And I can say whatever I want to about them, wherever I want to about them, however hard I want to say it about them, and there's absolutely nothing they or you can do about it. So as far as if you don't like Donald Trump, you can leave. Nah.
We are all severely underestimating the amount at which white women have the capacity to participate in the patriarchy, misogyny, racism, bigotry, xenophobia, completely uninfluenced by their husbands and their fathers. There may be some white women that decided to vote for Donald Trump just because their husbands did, or they were intimidated, or they felt like their life was threatened if they didn't do so. But I'm telling y'all, the majority of women that voted for Donald Trump did it because they wanted to, and nobody was going to tell them otherwise. I grew up around these women, okay? These women have just as much resentment towards minorities and immigrants as their husbands do. This is the same kind of women that are complaining about how many minorities are attending the public school that their child is attending. These are the same type of women that think that the reason they ended their own pregnancy was justified, and every other woman that wants to end her pregnancy is just doing it because she's selfish and slutty. 54% of white women voted for Donald Trump. Not every single one of them did that because their husband convinced them to do it. The vast majority of them did that because they wanted to.
So a lot of people are shocked, confused as to why a majority of white women would vote for Trump. You know, why would they cut off their nose to spite their face? Hello, they are white women. That's like their thing, okay? These white women are so right wing that they believe that their whiteness will comfort, will shield them from their womanhood. White womanhood is presented as the ideal version of being a woman. And as Judith Butler says, there is this kind of validation that you get from performing gender correctly. And these white women adore that. They're addicted to it. It's a feeling that just, it fills them with so much joy. So when patriarchy becomes more stricter, like we have seen in the USA, you know, with the repeal of abortion rights, they lean further into patriarchy. Combine that with the economic conditions as well, you know, unemployment, you know, things being too expensive, women saying that they don't want to work because I'm just a girl and I just don't want to work because I'm just a girl. You're going to see more people leaning to right-wing ideologies. These women believe themselves exceptional. They are constantly chasing this ideal womanhood of being the perfect woman, which is obviously a fantasy because men will always move the goalpost, you know, and until you are no longer really a person. That, alongside with white women not seeing women of colour as real women or allies or anyone that they could side with because they can't really empathise with them because they're so blooming racist. Like, just so racist that it'll shield them from any solidarity with other women. So yeah, that's why loads and loads of white women voted for Trump from a feminist perspective.
Honestly, I feel like if you're a liberal in 2025, it's honestly one of the most embarrassing things you could genuinely...
Oh, look. A gay white conservative man being a gay white conservative man. Oh, Thomas, you have to stop being right about these people. You have to. You have to stop pinpointing them directly and telling the truth about them. You got to, because you're being right way too much. You know, there's something that needs to be said to you. And I'm pretty sure no one else will say it to you the way I will. So I'm going to. You have Stockholm Syndrome. You genuinely think that the conservative movement is going to embrace you because you're a little gay, white, conservative man. They think of you as an abomination against God. There's a church called Steadfast Church in Texas where the preachers routinely preach about putting people like you up against walls and unaliving you. Would you like to go down to Steadfast Church and tell them about your little liberal thinking? Or are you going to avoid that place like the plague? See, I labeled people like you Coonesians, because it's not a race, it's a state of mind. Anyone who would desperately try to fit in with people who you know for a fact hate you is a Coonesian. And it is so tiring watching gay white men be the downfall or the detriment of the LGBTQIA+. Now, again, I'm not talking about all gay white men, but even the gay white men I'm not talking about know somebody who I am speaking about. People like you who would literally sell out the lesbians, the bisexuals, the trans, the non-binaries, the queers, just so that you can be comforted by people who literally can show you in their little big book of bad ideas how who you are, who you love, and how you live should have you stoned to death. And you think it's embarrassing being a liberal in 2025. I think it's embarrassing being a white, conservative, gay man rooting for his own demise in any time frame. The 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, the 20s, the 10s. You are a detriment to every other member of the LGBTQIA+. And quiet is kept. They know it. They do. Now again, not all of them, but even gay white men know somebody like you. Whether you're liberal or conservative, it doesn't really matter. You're a detriment. You would not look out for your brothers and sisters in the LGBTQIA+. You would undermine them at every moment because you so desperately want to be chosen and picked and looked at as one of the good ones. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? How are you going to ingratiate yourself with these people who will hate who you love? They will hate how you live. They will call you a sodomite. They will call you everything except your goddamn name. Abomination, sodomite, things of that nature. And here you'll be, that's right, tell them. They're talking about you. And you think this is okay, which is why you are the most dangerous type of gay white man. Because you don't care how they feel about the others as long as they're not talking about you. So screw them. You're just looking out for yourself. That's what makes you dangerous. You can be a Democrat, you can be a Republican, you can be conservative, you can be liberal. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, what you are is a detriment. And the remainder of the LGBTQIA+ is carrying you around like deadwood. So I really want you to understand something, Judas. And make no mistake about it. Every one of you gay white men that would sell out the rest of the LGBTQIA+ are Judases. Every one of you. It's not even about them not picking you anymore. It's about who are you? Who are you? Because at the end of the day, the people you want to love you and love everything about you, they hate you. And the people you are demonizing, the people you're talking so bad about, we can disagree with your politics, but we're never going to tell you who you love is nasty. We're never going to call you a sodomite. We'll call you a sellout, but that's something totally different. You're going to keep barking up a tree, looking for love for people that don't love you. And then when those people harm you, when those people hurt you, when they talk bad about you to your face, guess where you're going to come running back looking for solidarity? The same community you shit on. You have Stockholm Syndrome. You do. I would tell you to get it fixed, but literally the bar for you to ever do the right thing is currently in the basement of hell. I sincerely hope you're happy.
This is all I got from this video. You know, there is something that I have noticed about, especially the white women. They think America is for them. They think it's only for white people. And that white people are the only ones that can speak on what is going on in the United States. And if you are black or other people of color, you do not have any right to speak on the condition or the problem of the country or the presidency, the administration, how bad it is treating people and all that. As a citizen, you have every right to speak up on what is going on in the country. It is your right, it is your duty to talk, to criticize, anyhow you want to do it. And for somebody to wake up, I mean, it is the audacity and also the privilege too of people to tell you that if you do not like it here, move. Like it is her country or it is her own personal space, that you invaded her space for that reason. You know, who are you to speak up? Who are you to talk? And sincerely speaking, you and I know, I don't think it's new that why these people voted for this administration was because you and I know that they do not like people that look like me and other people. But other people have refused to acknowledge that they are not loved. I think they are already beginning to see it, because for them to know that they are not loved and decided to still vote for the same administration that does not love them tells you the low, how people do not have courage, how people lack courage. They don't have courage. They don't have self-worth, no self-confidence. Because if you have self-confidence, boots on the ground like my people, ain't nothing stopping that. You know? And you all know they call liberals black people. So for somebody to tell you being liberal in 2025 is embarrassing, and you being gay, oh, he forgot that. Don't worry, very soon you guys are on the chopping block already. I have reported that how many times? Almost more than I can't remember, but I have in last week I have reported that more than twice. That the next one is gay marriage is going to be on the shopping block for all these people that if you did not like, who give a shit? It is not my wish for that to happen. But you and I know the person that is already the president, what he can do or what he cannot do, and what he has been trying to do. That is it. It's not like it's my wish, right? So do not get me wrong that I am probably in support. I am not. But for people like this are always the people that cause problem for other people. Because everybody, some people will think this is how some gay men behave and all that, but it's not. But some people will continue to be mad and mean and all that. Man, I don't have much to say. Everything going on, you are saying it. I am saying it. I am just a mouthpiece, bringing some certain things so you and I can see. And other people that do not believe that all these things are happening can as well see. I will draw the curtain here and I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.